Hi guys, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity. This is CasualKiwi and we're up to episode 7 I think now, and I think it's about time we got a bit more power. We're starting to really lack when we're doing our sag milling and smelting when I put some ores in there, so it's really starting to cause a few issues. One thing I'm going to quickly get into is we're going to grab that last ingot of alumite, and I'm going to show you real quick what we need to do, because I've been doing a bit of mining, so we can go ahead and we can throw an alumite ingot into there, we can throw our hammer into there, and then boom, that goes ahead and grabs us a bunch more sort of life in our hammer. Sorry about that ding, I have no idea what that was. It seems to be something going off on my phone for some reason. So that's given our hammer a lot more durability. I haven't got any more ingots made up, otherwise we would go ahead and fill it up, but I fell in the smeltery earlier as well, which isn't great. Now I've gone ahead and I've sort of researched into generators and things, and I always normally go the likes of a tree farm or lava or something like that, and in this mod we have got a mod pack that I have certainly never played. There's a lot of mod packs that I've never played with, to be fair, but in this mod pack there's one that looks really cool called a Draconic Evolution, and it has a generator. Now I'm not 100% sure what it runs on, because I can't find the damn thing anywhere. I can find mention of it on their webpage, but no one really talking about it on forums and whatnot, so I'm really not too sure. In here, I did find something before where it said depending on what you put in it will give you different sort of power supplies and whatnot, but the rest of the mod runs on RF, so I'm hoping that this is going to supply RF. Now it is a little pricey. We need a diamond, some gold, and 4 draconium ingots. So the draconium ingots are draconium blend, which is 4 draconium dust around around an iron ingot. So while I was mining, I did come across a bunch of this stuff, 13. So we have got just enough, I think, just enough to sort of get us to build this generator. So we'll see how we get on and how much it produces. I'm hoping it's going to produce enough to do the job. Oh, more than enough actually. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, that should be enough because it gives us 2 ingots per piece, I think. Smelt one up and we'll see what we get. It's going to appear in here. 2. Okay, so we only need 4. Great. So we can smelt one more of the... No, we might as well... we'll smelt the 2 for now. And boom. So we've got 4 of those. Now what else did we require? We required some gold. Oh no, we don't have enough. Oh no, those are nether bricks. Okay, so we require some gold and a diamond. That should be too hard. So 1 diamond. As you can see, I found a butt ton of diamonds while I've been mining, but I have been doing quite a bit of mining off camera. So we need 4 bits of gold, like so, and then we should be able to shift click that guy, and that gives us a Draconic Core. So yet again, really not too sure what that thingy does. It can be used to stabilize mob spawners. There's another little thing in this mod that I've found that I really want to make as well. It's called the Draconic Chest, I think it's called, and it is pretty badass. We want a little bit of netherrack. How much netherrack does it take to smelt a nether brick? Is it 1? We'll soon find out, I guess. It is 1. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3 more of those. That is fine. We can throw that away. Da-dum. And then we needed some iron and a furnace. That's fine. So we can grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think it was 3 iron. We've got 1 on us. We'll grab the other half of that stack. That should be done. We should be able to go, we need to build a furnace like so, and go like so, and that gives us a generator from Draconic Evolution. Okay, so we're going to head downstairs and I'm going to plonk this guy. I think that we might just place him there. Now that's got a GUI. It has got coal on one side, internal storage of 100,000 RF. What have we got we can throw on it? Have we got any? There's nothing left in there. We've got some coal coke. Is it going to take coal coke? It is. And that is giving us a ton of power really fast. But how long is it going to last for, I wonder? So we've got 20,000 RF already. 20,000 from one piece of coal coke. Wow. It's still burning through it. My god. Almost 40,000 RF. 42,000, 43. That's going to give us 44, almost 45,000 RF from one piece of coal coke. And that's storing it in its internal buffer. That is amazing. Okay. This might be the furnace for us, guys. Wow. We're going to have 100,000 RF. So 2 bits of coal coke are going to give us 100,000 RF. That's got 400,000 in it. So 4 bits of coal coke. No, sorry. Not 4 bits. 2 bits for 100,000. So 8 bits of coal coke will fill this guy. Woohoo. This is doing not so bad. So that's got 100,000 RF, but it's going to take quite a long time to fill that up, I would have thought. I think this is a nice little furnace. Okay, we're going to have to grab a conduit. We have to go back upstairs. Really need to sort out an elevator system, don't I? Conduits are here. Actually, I have got so many of the pearls, ender pearls. I've only got 4, so we can. Oh, I don't think we have enough wool. Okay, that is another mission for this episode. Okay. Like so, and then we should be able to just go kaboom, like that. Now that is going to produce a butt ton of power, and going to store it in this guy. Nice. So we should have enough power now to run a few things, but we need a way to keep that supplied. So it's still something that we have to supply continuously with solid fuel by the looks of it. So I'm wondering what else we can put in that guy. Whether we do start a tree farm and have something to put in it. I want to stay away from tree farms. I'm sick of tree farms. We're going to need a tree farm for wood, but I'm not sure on that respect. Anyway, we'll leave that at that for now. The next thing I want to make is I want to make a golden lasso. So, golden lasso. This guy here, golden lasso. Now, with the golden lasso, you can capture animals, and cut them with you, basically. So I need 9 of ender. So I need 1 of you, and I need 1 of you, and I need some string, which of course I don't have. Oh, I have 3 string. Is that going to be enough? Golden lasso. It is not. Urgh. Okay, and some golden nuggets. So I need 1 more piece of string. Do I have a piece of wool? If I have a piece of wool, I can macerate it. Marble. I have a butt ton of wool. There's concrete. Okay, so I should be able to sag mill this stuff. And that should give me a bunch of string. Nice. Then I needed some gold nuggets. Those guys, I need 1 more, of course. So a piece of gold. And now we can do that. We can do that, and that. And 4 of these. And that gives us a golden lasso. Now, the great thing with that is we can go ahead, and if I can find a mob outside, we might actually... There's a bloody zombie pigman out here before, and I don't know if you noticed, but last episode I had 40 plus levels, and I now have freaking 8. So not too amused about that. I don't recall hitting any zombie pigmen, but they got very, very cranky, very, very fast, and I died multiple times trying to get my stuff back. As you can see, I have fixed up my cart system, so it is running not too bad now. I don't know why the turn backs, but it does the job. Boom, so I can get downstairs. Now, Where is a sheep? I think we'll whip over here and see what we can see. Ah, a sheep. So we need 2 of those guys. That is going to be a pain. Ooh, fell in the water in the backside. So we're going to take you. If you just right click on them and that'll pick them up. And you can see it's almost changed colour there now. It's got a purpley tinge in my hand. But it's freaking awesome. So if we can get a couple of these guys, there's something upstairs that I actually want to make called a breeding station. But it takes some steel from Railcraft. So I'm going to have to make a blast furnace, I think it is. And then with the blast furnace we can use that to make steel. And then once we've got that, we can get a steel plate, which will then give us a feeding station. Now with the feeding station, you can just go ahead and chuck some food in the feeding station and it will automatically feed anything within like a 3x3 radius. And that will be great, to be fair. It will automatically breed your animals. Now, I don't like using this great wood because it is a cool looking log, but I need not to make a trapdoor. I need to make a bunch of sticks and a bunch of fences. Boom, like so. So 8's not many, but it's going to do for now, just to hold a couple of sheep. So I can expand on this later on. Where are we going to put them? We're going to stick them up here for now. And then off camera I'll build a proper sort of farming area for them. Okay, where are we going to do it? Just here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's not even close to going to be enough, is it? Boom, boom. Ah, didn't mean to put that there. I have got my axe on me. Boom, and if we take this one back, like so, we should be able to throw that there, and then we can just ka-chunk, like so, 1 sheep. Now we need to duck downstairs and grab the other one real quick. Probably should have grabbed a few more fences just to make that a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if 2 sheep would fit in there too well. But hey, that one always attacks me. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so we'll sprint across here, grab these guys. Where are you hiding, Mr. Sheepy? I'm not exactly sprinting terribly fast here, team. Not low on food, no. There we go. We're off, we're racing. Oh, there would be a skeleton hiding under there, wouldn't there? Nice. Grab this guy, and we're off. Ah, now there's one just there. Of course there is. Stupid sheep. Yeah, give me all your goodness. Run, CasualKiwi, run. Come on. Feels like I'm walking in mud, but I know I'm not walking on mud. It just keeps slowing me down. Okay, I've also gone ahead and steered all the way down to bedrock so that I can get up and down from my mine a little bit quicker, which is really helpful. And we're off. I may need to add a few more boosted tracks, whatever they're called, I can't remember now. I've got a heap of them left over, so add a few more of those and that's going to help me get up and down there a little bit quicker. Oh, we want to put a sheep in our pen, don't we? Is he going to fit in there with you, buddy? Surely. Come on. Ah. Yes. 2 sheeps. Okay, jolly good. So hopefully they don't despawn. But that's the golden lasso anyway. It's very, very handy and works really well. Another thing I want to quickly knock up is, using all this awesome looking wood, a tool rack. That didn't work. Tool rack. So just, it's going to be out of that, so it's iron surrounded by wooden slabs. Now I actually think, other than that, I actually have a bunch of wooden slabs. Awesome. So, grab out of, oh, we've got iron ones, jolly good. Piece of iron, and then just surround that in slabs, and that gives us an oak tool rack. Nice. Saves using our great wood, and then what I want to do is probably throw that about there, and then in here we can grab our chisel, we can grab that out because I want to show you a couple of things, and our wrench. What else we got in there? Not a lot. Okay, so the likes of a chisel, we can not do that, throw it up there like so. We can throw our hammer on there, we have got our wrench on there, and we're probably going to keep everything else on us for now. Now, something I have wanted to show you that is really cool is I've gone ahead here and I've made a Carpenter's block door. Now, I kind of wanted to show you guys how to make that, so we're going to go ahead and use some more of this wood, and we're going to make some sticks, not like that, like that, and like that, boom, and then we're going to make a few more logs, nice, a few more planks, sorry. Now what you do is you put your planks down and then you surround it in sticks, and that gives you some carpenter's blocks. So we're going to make 2 sets of those. Now the carpenter's blocks you can make into all sorts of different shapes, angles, wedges, all sorts of great things for building your base and making all sorts of pretty epic structures really. Now what I did is I went and I made a carpenter's hammer. So if we type that in, I'm not going to make another one because we've already got one, but you can see you can get all these different angles as well as pyramids and funny shapes and all sorts of things there. So I've made a carpenter's hammer already, which is basically for configuring these blocks. Now the other thing I did go and make as well in here is the carpenter's door. Now the carpenter's door, if I can find it, there is just the same as a standard door, except you use carpenter's blocks to make it. So it's just 6 in a shape like that, in a rectangle, in a crafting bench. I'm going to quickly sleep, and then I'm going to show you what is cool about this door. Okay, so we can go ahead, take our axe to our old door, and break that sucker down. And then we can just throw up the new carpenter's door. Now the cool thing about this door is if I grab my hammer and right click on it, you can change what sort of door it is. So now it's got full glass pane in the center, a solid wooden door with panels in it, a holy door, or a sort of checkered door with 8 checks in it, which is quite cool, or a completely solid door. And as you can see too, you've got a nice little stone handle there as well, all back to standard again. Now that to me is pretty cool. Now if I shift right click, you can set it so its activation, it will behave like an iron door, or it will behave like a standard wooden door. So there's all sorts of cool things you can do with it. I personally like that one, but it gets even better. Now what I have done is I want to head inside because I have stashed some blocks somewhere especially for this. Throw that in there, and I thought it was here. Did I throw them back in this chest? I did. 2 limestone. So I've gone ahead, I've grabbed some limestone. I'll grab a piece, if I can find, yeah, just standard old limestone, this stuff here. So 1 piece, and then if we throw these torches and stairs and things away, and grab the chisel, and throw a standard piece of limestone in there, I've gone ahead and I've grabbed 2 of these blocks here. So limestone with engraved ornate panels. Now, we don't actually need to do that. I'm going to take that off of there, not doing anything with that, and we can throw this guy back in there like so. Now, what you can do is if we close the door, you can go ahead and you can right click on it and you can attach those blocks to the door. Now, isn't that freaking cool? Door acts as normal, all works, it's all well and good. So that is cool. Now you can still right click and change the door to all those different panels, like so. Holy door, that door, I think I like that one. That is my favorite. But that is a pretty neat, just a simple, super simple trick with open blocks. Open blocks? Carpenter's blocks, dickhead. What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's cool. We've got a fancy door. the next thing I'm going to look at making from these guys, if I've got enough stuff and we've got enough time, yep, we're at 20 minutes, so I want to make the Carpenters pressure plates, these guys here, which is just 2 of these Carpenters blocks side by side. So I'm going to make 2 of those, not 3 of them, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 1 there, like so, and 1 there. So now they work as per normal, and the cool thing about them is only activate for monsters, only activate for animals, activate for all entities, or only activate for players. So now that is only going to work for me. So monsters, zombie pigmen that wander through my bloody nether portal over there, all those sorts of creatures are not going to be able to get in my base because the pressure pads won't let them. And the other cool thing with these is if I go ahead and in this chest grab, I've got one of these large long oakwood planks and throw that down there, and then go and right click on this pressure plate, boom, it is exactly the same as all these other blocks, and it still works, does its thing. And if I grab a piece of smooth stone, or normal stone instead of cobblestone, however you like to say it, these guys here, and I can go outside because I haven't tidied up my entrance yet, and I can throw that guy on there, and it is pretty much hidden. Isn't that cool? So now we have a door that is pretty damn awesome to me, and it has its own activation via pressure plate that only a player can activate. Awesome. We've built ourselves a little generator, just generating power. We've got that. The next thing I want to start making is I want to start looking at making I might throw those in here actually. Throw those away, these stairs, and all this stuff too. Cool. The likes of those buckets. Ooh, Draconian blend can go in there. Oh, that stuff will keep. Just quickly tidy up some stuff. Get rid of that, and that, like so. Power cables, and iron, and that is us done. I might quickly throw that old door away too, and those. And then we're sorted. Jolly good. Okay, so the next thing I'm thinking about making is a quarry from Buildcraft. I'm just going to go with a standard quarry for a start, and then later on when we've got a few more resources we'll start looking at an ender quarry. So the standard quarry, it's actually not that bad. It's a butt ton of stuff, 4 iron gears, some gold gears, some diamond gears, and it does take a bit of time. So I think we'll look at that next episode. Diamond pickaxe. I've got plenty of diamonds, so it's not going to be too much of a concern. And the other thing I want to look at making to go with the quarry is possibly, if we can afford it, a fluid transposer and a whatchamacallit from thermal expansion to make some tesseracts. Because how are we going to get stuff from our quarry back to our base? So the tesseracts, they are a bit expensive. You need Enderium ingots, which are a combination of Enderium base, pyrotheum dust, and ender pearls. Now pyrotheum dust is sulfur, coal powder, redstone, and blaze powder, so we're going to have to find a blaze spawner somewhere unless we can find a butt ton more of those. And what was the other thing? We're going to need, that there's fine. Get back to it. There. That there is tin, silver, and shiny. Now, have I actually found any shiny ingots? I have not. Okay, so that might be a bit tough. We might have to settle up with a chest and just pump into a chest for now and carry some stuff back. Because, yeah, unless we could, I wonder if we could swing our quarry off of the side here and just have it bore its way down through the ground to there. That might be a plan. That might be a good plan, actually. We don't need any chunk loaders, any stuff there. We might just swing it off the side here like that, and then we can just run a bloody pipe all the way from here into our sorting stuff. Because what I want to make is from Draconic. Might help if I spell it correctly. Draconic Evolution, and there is a thing called a Draconic Chest. So now this is pretty badass. It is expensive. It takes 2 obsidian chests, a furnace, a crafting table, and 4 draconium ingots, as well as one of those guys. But the amazing thing about this is you supply it with redstone flux, and what it does is it will actually grab anything that's smeltable, and it will take it down, it will pulverize it, it will smelt it, and it will shove it back into the inventory. And the inventory is freaking massive. It is absolutely insane. There's like, I don't know, like 200 slots, 300 slots even. It is massive. And it's got a crafting station inside of it. It is a basic storage system. So I'm thinking that's what we might use to set up with a quarry and go from there until we can get our basic ME system set up, or applied Energistics 2 set up. It is expensive, to say the least, just to get these chests. 2 of these obsidian chests is going to be bad enough. It may be cheaper for me to grind away and get this ME system set up, but we'll see how we get on. Anyway guys, I think I'm going to call that quits there, and I will see you in the next one. Hope you've enjoyed, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all those good things. Cheers guys, see ya.